Francisco Roman Alarcon Suarez, or also known as Isco, was one of the best young attacking midfielders coming out of Spain. His breakthrough at Malaga, where he really made a name for himself and quickly displayed his incredible talent to the world. Then, getting snapped up by Real Madrid, where he'd be a crucial player for Zinedine Zidane and helping Real Madrid win the three-peat in the Champions League, even replacing Gareth Bale in the process while benching him. Isco was at the top of the football world, until suddenly his career seemed to crash out of nowhere and he was on a downward spiral. However, this season, Isco has regained his confidence and is back to playing his best football once again with Real Betis. Today we'll be looking at the career of Isco, his rise to Real Madrid, the downfall in his career, and how he's regained his confidence and back to playing his best football once again. Let's get into it. Isco was born in a small town of Benalmádena and was playing for the youth academy of Atletico Benamiel. Valencia quickly saw his talents and picked him up to play for their academy at a young age. Isco played for the Valencia reserve team and made a few appearances here and there off the bench for the first team, but nothing too spectacular at his time in Valencia. In the summer of 2011, he joined Malaga for €6 million, and this is where his career would really take flight. Isco arrived at Malaga and he instantly became a crucial player for them. He played as an attacking midfielder and was an absolute hit. His quick one-touch passing and his incredible pass success rate and his flair of creativity. He had it all in his locker. Because of him, Malaga had an incredible season as they finished top 4 in La Liga and had managed to qualify for the Champions League for the first time in the club's history. His second season would be even better as he got 18 goal contributions in 47 games, was named man of the match in the Champions League game against Zenit, and even scored against Real Madrid as Malaga beat the Los Blancos 3-2. Isco also won the Golden Boy Award that season, ahead of players like Thibaut Courtois and Stefan El Shaarawy. At this point, Isco was one of the rising stars in Spain and is well known around the world. Big teams were lining up for the Spanish Wonder Kid, especially Barcelona and Manchester City, who were pushing heavily for the Spaniard's signature. However, in June of 2013, Isco put all those rumors to bed as he ended up joining Real Madrid. Isco arrived to Real Madrid for €30 million, which was seen as an absolute bargain back then. However, that same summer, Real Madrid also signed one of the biggest rising stars in football, Gareth Bale. Isco would go on to have a great start at Real Madrid, getting a consistent number of goals and assists. However, as time went on, Isco found himself playing less and less games, as Carlo Ancelotti preferred to play a 4-3-3 formation as he wanted to fit Gareth Bale into the team. That would mean Isco would not get to play in his favored number 10 position and was benched by Angel Di Maria. Ancelotti stated that Isco did not have the defensive capabilities to play as a number 8 in his 4-3-3 formation. Isco did end up adding trophies to his cabinet as he won the Copa del Rey and the Champions League that season. Although due to his lack of game time, he was not called up for the Spanish national team for the 2014 World Cup, as Spain in general were pretty stacked with quality midfielders that simply meant there was no room for Isco. His second season in Madrid would also be a bit more difficult as Di Maria was sold to Manchester United and Xabi Alonso was sold to Bayern. However, the club bought in Toni Kroos and World Cup superstar James Rodriguez, who played in the exact same position as Isco. Once again, more competition for Isco, especially considering Ancelotti preferred the 4-3-3 and James Rodriguez over Isco. The season was not the best for Isco and for Real Madrid in general as they went trophyless, and to make it worse, Barcelona won the treble. Due to this, Carlo Ancelotti was ruthlessly sacked and Rafa Benitez was bought in. Once again, Isco was not preferred by Benitez and was benched. Benitez did not last that long and Zinedine Zidane was the new Real Madrid manager. Now, with Zidane's arrival, everyone thought Isco would get a huge role under him, considering the two have a similar playing style. However, it did not go to plan as Zidane preferred the 4-3-3 formation, which left Isco on the bench. However, in the 2016-17 season, everything changed for Isco. Midway through the season, Gareth Bale picked up an injury and Zidane had to make a change. He decided to change the formation to a 4-3-1-2 and Isco would get the nod to play in the number 10 position behind Ronaldo and Benzema. Isco would go on to have a brilliant season as he got 20 goal contributions in 42 games and would help Madrid win the Champions League and the La Liga title. His next season would be just as good as he would get 19 goal contributions and help Real Madrid once again win the Champions League. Due to his performance, Isco was called up to play for Spain in the 2018 World Cup, his first ever major international tournament with Spain. At this point, Isco was on the top of the world. Then, the downfall period began. During the summer of 2018, Zinedine Zidane left Real Madrid and Julian Lopetegui was appointed as the new boss. Lopetegui was a big fan of Isco and even stated that he would get a regular game time under him and would bring Isco's ability out to the max. Things started well as Isco was getting regular game time under Lopetegui. However, during this period, Real Madrid were losing games and were completely out of form. And after a 5-1 thrashing against rivals FC Barcelona, Lopetegui was given the sack, and former Real Madrid player Santiago Solari was given the job to be the caretaker manager. Things between Solari and Isco did not go as well, as it was reported Solari and Isco clashed in the very first ever training session. Isco was constantly dropped in the starting 11 and was even once an unused substitute in 6 of 14 games. Solari even changed his tactics and formation mid-game so he would not have to bring Isco on. Isco was even booed by the Real Madrid fans for every touch he made in a 3-0 defeat to CSKA Moscow. Solari was eventually sacked and Zidane was back at Madrid. However, Isco was not in Zidane's plan this time around, as the French manager wanted to give more minutes to Vinicius Jr. instead, and once again, Isco was back on the bench. He would continue to not be favoured by Zidane, and there were rumours of him rejoining Carlo Ancelotti at Everton, but the move never went through. Ancelotti eventually came back to Madrid in 2021, but Isco once again could not get any minutes under the Italian, which finally led to Isco leaving Madrid in the summer of 2022. Isco was a free agent and ended up joining Sevilla, where he would reunite with his former manager Julian Lopetegui. Lopetegui was a big fan of Isco, so no wonder why he was pushing for this deal. However, even Sevilla was difficult for him. Isco arrived at the club without a proper pre-season, so he was not in the best physical condition. Sevilla were also having a difficult season, and most of the blame was put on Isco. Lopetegui was eventually sacked midway into the season and Jorge Sampaoli was brought in. Sampaoli was frustrated with Isco as he was not in peak condition and would be benched by the Argentine. Then, Isco got into a physical confrontation with Sevilla director of football Monchi, and that was the end. Isco terminated his contract and was a free agent once again, all in the space of 6 months. Then, in January, it looked like Isco was on his way to Germany to play for Union Berlin. However, in the final minutes after the medical, the deal collapsed as Union Berlin's financial position changed, and Isco was a free agent until the summer. He was basically unemployed until the summer. A huge fall-off as 6 months ago he was at Real Madrid, and now he's a free agent unemployed until the summer. Wow. At the age of 31, it looked like Isco's career was coming to an end. However, in the summer of 2023, he was given a lifeline. In the summer of 2023, he was signed by Real Betis on a 1-year deal. The team was managed by Manuel Pellegrini, the same manager who was responsible for turning Isco into a star back at Malaga. He put his trust into Isco and he delivered. In Real Betis' first 7 La Liga games, Isco was the man of the match in 6 of the 7 games. The difference was that he was playing under a manager who trusted him and was playing in his preferred number 10 position. He was back to his best, producing magic on the pitch and becoming a key player for the Spanish club. He was in such good form that 6 months into his time at the club, he was offered a chance to extend his contract, which he did as his original contract, which expired in the summer of 2024, was extended to the summer of 2027. Isco this season has had 16 goal contributions in 36 games, with him being crucial in creating chances for the Real Betis attack. Isco is also in the running to return back to the Spanish national team for the first time since 2019 to feature for Euro 2024. However, lately he just picked up an injury and that may have ended his hopes for Euro 2024. Unfortunate. Real Betis are currently 7th right now in La Liga and should qualify for the Europa Conference League next season. So it'll be really interesting to see what Isco will do next season. In the end, it is fair to say Isco is a very special player that needs a very special system to play to his strengths. It is clear to see that although he won trophies at Madrid, he was never really the best fit there as Madrid never really played to his strengths. However, as neutrals who all saw the rise of Isco from Malaga to his struggles a year ago, I think we are all happy that the magician is back to playing his best football once again. So that is a wrap for this video. What do you guys think about Isco's career and his rise once again at Real Betis? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you have any other video ideas like this one just for me, you can also let me know in the comments as I'm always looking through them. Hit like, hit subscribe to help the channel grow, but that is all for now. Thanks for watching and take care.